I'd like to invite someone to the stage. I was a little bit cheeky with him. I've got to know this guy. He is a legend as well of this great club. He played in that first ever game against Rochdale and he remained involved in the club over the years, whether in the coaching or now as a board member. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome to the stage once again, Andy Tyers. I said, oh mate, I'm doing your step count wonders today. I could have just kept you up on stage. Keep moving, Andy. Well, just pretend you're chuffed to be here next to me as well. That was all. There you go. And I know I always have a bit of banter with you. I'm only being childish, really, but I know for you to be up on stage now at this event, 40 years ago since you played for this club, you must have to pinch yourself that you're still here and part of this club after so long.
When you say still here, what do you mean?
Yeah, just look the way you walked up there. I'm just glad you asked for here, to be honest.
That's just new knees, that. It's a long time ago. It's great to see some of the old faces, and it starts to bring the memories back of the time that we had, which was tough. We must have run on every blade of grass in Hillsborough Park. Stan Timmis was making us run here, there and everywhere. I'm sure Gary and Kath remember that just before the first game, one of the sponsors went bust. There were some massive issues that we had at the time, and yet we put it together and kept going. Started where we are now.
What's your actual memories of the game? Can you remember much of it? I've looked at the footage, and you was a good-looking lad back in that day. Let me tell you, Andy, you have changed quite a bit over the years. To walk out in that first ever game, that must be something you're ever so proud of.
I am. The first thing I'll tell you is I'm still the same person, but there might be another one inside. So the first game, the bits that I recall was getting changed in the changing rooms at Allerton, which was set up for the Speedway. I think Speedway have about 6 in a team. We had 13 plus some subs, plus some other backroom staff, so it was very cosy and very sweaty. And then coming out onto the field to kick some balls into the stand. My own recollection is about 8 minutes, I think. It's probably the best paid I've ever been for a game of rugby, in that I got a kick on the head after about 8 minutes and had to come off. So that was that.
What a lovely story to celebrate 40 years. Being here tonight and seeing some of the people that played in that very first game, I mean, life goes so quick. To come here and see some of your old teammates, that must mean a lot to you.
I think it's nice, I think it's very special, and something that Sheffield Eagles should be proud of is that when players of different eras, right from the start, through the 80s and 90s and as we go on, even up to the present day, sit and chat, and everybody's got memories of the different games, everybody's got memories of the ups and the downs, perhaps some of the stuff off the field as well, and it's nice to get together and have a drink and shake hands and just remember that we're all part of, as you all are, part of this great club of ours.
You mentioned there this great club, and you really have been part of it, Andy, as well. What keeps you so passionate about being involved after all these years with Sheffield Eagles? Why do you do it?
I spoke to some of the guys at the weekend and some of the fans in Toulouse. First and foremost, I'm a fan, and from the first game I wanted Sheffield Eagles to do well. Throughout the years I've wanted Sheffield Eagles to do well. I've been a businessman, a sponsor, I've been part of the coaching staff. When I say part of the coaching staff, I put the combs out for Howard and Tubby. I kept putting them in the wrong place apparently as well. Onto the board, and it's got a very special feeling. And I think what everybody else wants, to see Sheffield Eagles back in Super League, and that's I guess why we put in.
Nice words, and it's nice to see that passion still there, Andy. I'm going to bring it to a close now because I'm quite hungry, to be honest with you as well. But no, I'm not bored. I'm never bored when I'm around you. Just want to speak to you about how the club's changed over that 40 years, and how's the future looking now, particularly with the one club idea.
Well, I think it's been quite well documented. We've been a nomadic club over the years, and whilst we've had great support from supporters, we've had great support from sponsors, we've never really had that home base, which can be ours. When somebody buys a pint at the bar, something goes back into the club. We got quite close with the OLP. we're getting closer and closer, hopefully, with the new stadium where it can be our base, it can be for us, and then people can enjoy part of what we've got, and then make us, all being well, a Super League club.
Let's hope so one day. Keep up your hard work. Andy, I know I have a bit of banter, but it's an honour to stand up and chat to you about what you've done for this club. Thanks so much for joining us. Put your hands together, please. Andy Tyers.